you might remember this one, Trey. I remember I told you it's a word. So like nigger is there. There's a lot of different like suffixes associated with nigger. There's like niggardly, like
niggardly. Yep.
It's like niggardly, niggardly. So it basically means to be like cheap or like basically cheap. Like he gave a niggardly tip.
Mm-hmm.
Niggardly. How niggardly of you.
But I think it's just who wrote these books? Who wrote who was Webster? Webster probably was white. You know what I'm saying? And like everybody, like all of the people who made these. I know a black Webster, which is crazy.
Wow.
You probably know him around Hamilton.
Yeah, I think I did.
But I just feel like that we have only been portrayed as bad because of who was writing history. You know what I'm saying? And like once again, I don't like to sound like a bigot or a racist because I'm not. You know, I don't care what your skin color is. I look at your intentions and you as a person. But if you look at all of the history books, you look at all of the books that we learn from, they were written by white people. And those times that they wrote those books, the image of us was not great in the white eye. So it's like, of course, it's like a journal. It's like, I'm writing only my accounts. I'm not really writing from a different perspective or.
Right. Yeah. I think the original, like niggardly, there's niggard, like with a D at the end. And niggard or niggard, like it's in the definition. I'm about to look up niggard. I'm about to look up niggard on Google.
The base word of the day is.
It sounds like Leonard Niggard.
Yeah,
Leonard. The first and last name, Leonard Niggard.
Leonard Niggard. Leonard the Niggard.
Let me see. Niggard definition Webster. I'm about to look it up. It says a meanly covetous and stingy person. There's a niggard, and the verb is niggarded. He niggarded.
What? Niggarded?
He niggarded on it.
So wait. So question: is that the same thing as niggering?
Hold on, I can share this with y'all. Hold on, I'm about to share this. I can share my screen on Zoom. Hold on, I'm about to share it. Sorry, audio listeners, you can't see what I'm about to share.
Lord,
that's I think that's a play on it too. On like, it's a lot of fucking racial undertones and like certain words and certain phrases that we use. Because me and Duran was talking about it the other day. Like being so. That's like referring to like, when masters used to sell their slaves to people, in different plantations who may be like up creek or down creek or, what I'm saying, wherever they may be. This is like a lot of different racial stuff that we say that we don't really realize that's racist.
Y'all see my screen?
Yeah.
There you go. So niggard. A meanly covetous and stingy person. It says niggard, verb niggarded, niggarding, niggards.
Wow.
I'm sorry, but that shit is just stupid though.
I was just saying, I don't know how I feel about that. It's negative. That's all it is. It means something negative, and so that makes sense that. Yep.
That's what like NIG like the word like the stuff the prefix dis like disobey, disobedient, disown, like loyal like that it means it's like nig is like the dis.
It is, yeah.
So yeah, but I think the niggard came from like ancient, not ancient, but like old English type stuff, like thou shalt. Like all that, like niggard. That's when it was called that, and I think back then the first niggards was white. I think the first niggas was white.
Wow.
Like I watched In God We Trust, the podcast on, and they talk about that. They talked about that specifically. He had a dictionary out talking about niggardly, and he did the definitions. He's into definitions like that, and he was talking about like it go. shouldn't have been so. I shouldn't have been back at that. I shouldn't have been so niggardly when I bought this green screen.
I'm crying.
Y'all see my point?
Green screen.
Niggardly. I was niggarding when I bought this. Hold on. I'm about to put it back on right on camera.
You was being a niggard to the salesman. You was like, no, I'm gonna find it cheaper.
Right. Like my niggard sensors. My niggard sensors are tingling.
Niggard, please.
I'm about to start using that version. Niggard. That's hilarious.
Niggard.
So, like I said, a lot of police brutality, racism, the N-word. America is not as far as we act like we are sometimes.